Myself, I'm Graham Darlow. I'm Chair of the Safety Charter Steering Group. I'm also Chief Executive of Fletcher Construction, and we are the sponsor tonight, so all this lovely food and drink is on Fletcher's, so make sure you enjoy it. So as many of you would have read in your invite for tonight's evening, we've changed the format, these quarterly events somewhat. So thanks very much for the feedback you've given us, because it has enabled us to improve it. We're going to keep it strictly to an hour for the presentation, so you'll have time, if you wish to stay, to continue on the socialising and networking that you've just done prior to the event. We're also going to make sure that we're more practically focused tonight and helpful for you and your business. And I'm really looking forward to hearing the presenters this evening, knowing that they are very practical and very applied. Near the end of the evening, Ian Campbell from SCIRT, he's the General Manager of SCIRT and also the Chair of the Performance Working Group within the Charter, will speak briefly about a new initiative for government agencies across the health, safety and environmental capability of potential contractors. He'll also congratulate the new Charter champions and welcome our new signatories. So it's great to be able to give you an update on the Charter progress to date, and there's a lot to say. Before I get started, I'd just like to announce some very good news. Safe Rebuild, who you will know, many of you will know, and have been providing really valuable services to Canterbury, has just had its funding confirmed by government. So there was a bit of an abeyance there, and it's really positive that the Safe Rebuild has run some initiatives and is very supportive of the Charter and is going to continue. The funding arrangements are a bit odd. It would be great to sort those out so there was continuity and more certainty. Over the next year, they and us will be looking at how we can more closely work together, particularly to support health and safety in the smaller to medium-sized construction companies, because it's those small members and potential members that can really make a difference to safety across the rebuild and beyond. Back onto our Charter news, and we've added a new function to the members area of the website. So the website was updated earlier in the year, really well, I might add. And so where previously you could view all the aggregate results on the screen, you can now download them in a very comprehensive spreadsheet, which gives some great insight into how your signatories are tracking. When you log on and go to the tools, you'll see the download spreadsheet button at the top. That's that little red button up there. So that's that one there. And you too can have access to this very rich data, and I'd encourage you all to do so. We have a lot of hits of our website, and you're really encouraged to go in there as often as you can. So you'll be able to see how you're tracking against all 10 commitments of the Charter. And as a quick snapshot, the area shown the most achieved is managing the site safety risk. So this is the feedback we've had, which under the revised Charter now includes PPE, whilst the biggest area for the signatories are asking for further assistance continues to be around impairment. So that's the effects of drug, alcohol, other drugs and fatigue. So we've also nearly finished updating the Charter resources to bring them in line with the revised Charter, which we launched in June. Today it's great to be able to let you know that we have produced 3 new critical risk Toolbox Talks and posters. This is great collateral. These are also new critical risks listed in the revised Charter. Existing services, dust, including silica and traffic management. We have 2 final Toolbox Talks and posters in this series to come. Those 2 are lifting and slinging and using power tools, and we expect to have them published in October. There are copies of all the Toolbox Talks available here for everyone tonight, so please do pick up copies and take them back to your teams and make good use of them. These are really good resources for you to use in your businesses, and they all come with a member, the Chartership membership that you have, so you have free access to that. Great benefit to the company that you represent. They, along with the posters, can now be downloaded from the website, and we'd love to hear how useful they are for you. So I talked about alcohol and other drugs. So the Toolbox Talk that we've constructed here is one other resource we've also released tonight. This topic has been a focus for the Charter in previous months. Some of you would have heard the speakers that we've had to previous events like this. With the alcohol and other drug fact sheet released in April, the AOD events in June, but we also wanted to make sure you had an easy and to use resource on the topic. And many of our members are saying this is the area of greatest need. Again, copies are available tonight for you to take home. On the back page, the 3 key messages are particularly good to point out to those working on your sites. These 3 messages are no drugs and alcohol here. The second one is I'm fit and ready for work. And the third one is we look out for each other. 3 really good messages to the people working on our projects. So what's ahead? Another thing we're delighted to launch for you tonight is the questionnaire around leadership. And there are 4 of these questionnaires to match the 4 areas of leadership. And the leadership tool, of course, concerns directors, senior managers, site supervisors, and workers. Now, instead of having to go online to do the tool, not always the best option for everyone in your team because you're not connected, you can print out these questionnaires in PDF form and get the teams to fill them out and then compile the results from there. As you can see, we've had 2 really busy months since we last met, and a whole lot of new material has been published. We're regularly updating the website, so make sure you check it out frequently. And of course, we'll let you know of new resources in the monthly newsletters. Between now and December, we've also got a lot planned. With worker engagement our focus area right now, it seemed timely to organise a gathering of health and safety representatives from across the Charter and across the rebuild, and we know that worker engagement is a key way of getting safety improvement across any organisation. So to get these worker safety representatives together to discuss their common areas of interest, the issues and the challenges. And that's happening thanks very much to our fantastic Charter Officer Libby Carr. Libby continues to do tremendous work for the Charter and for the rebuild. We'll have the final critical risk Toolbox Talks and updated material for the revised Charter out by the end of October. We're in the planning stage for a Tidy Sites campaign and a competition in October, and this will be a great initiative to get your teams involved in. So watch this space. And we'll continue with our Charter orientation sessions and mentoring, and these are proving to be really successful. Just on the mentoring sessions, we've now had several take place with great feedback from both mentors and mentees, so it's very much a two-way transfer of information and knowledge. It's a fantastic way to share information, advice, tips, and meet others in the industry. So if you're keen to help by being a mentor, that's great, and make sure you link people in your organisation as mentees up with mentors. We're there to help. So with worker engagement, it's the main topic of interest tonight. We've updated the Charter fact sheet on this topic, which includes some great information on worker participation and health and safety reps, and is in line with the new legislation. This fact sheet is also available tonight, so another thing to collect before you go home. So it's on the table just as you leave.